What we wanted to do was honor the people in the field and recognize their sacrifice and make sure that we found ways to say thank you. And that's really where this came from. The folks that are hurt in theater, they go to the hospital, and sometimes they come to that hospital. They don't have anything that is theirs. Wounded Warrior comes in with a backpack that brings in deodorant, underwear, headphones, radios, iPods, things like that to kind of give them a sense of home, a sense of feeling. A lot of times their families are coming from the United States to a European hospital, and a couple of people that we've talked to said we didn't even have time to pack clothes. So it's really just to start with. They help these guys get settled once they're in the hospital, and then they really do a lot of great things once they come back and assisting them and their families.
We talked a lot about what Wounded Warrior was and what the project meant, and immediately embraced it as a booster club and as a football program, and decided to take it on and dedicate our season in 2009 to the Wounded Warrior Project. That was a community-wide event that we did jointly between Jenison and Hudsonville that culminated in a game at the end of October where we celebrated the season-long dedication by our entire program to the project.
As a football coach, you say, hey, I'd really like to see us do this, and then people in the community are the ones that make it happen. And that's who we are. And when you talk about Jenison, you're talking about people who love other people and take great pride in helping and improving the way other people live.
There's a lot of pride, to be real honest with you, to have the opportunity to show our gratitude to our men and servicewomen overseas.
What ended up happening is you know, we felt like we involved a number of people in Wounded Warrior in our community, and really raised an awareness about, you know, what people are doing on behalf of our country to protect our freedoms and the sacrifices they're making. So we took that success that we had with our community and players and programming, embracing it, and we said, what can we do differently?
We've tried to take this from a one program, one town idea and expand it across the country. And our goal when we started was to find 100 high schools in the country to go out and raise $1,000 and make that donation. And we felt like the force in numbers would be just a tremendous way to do this. You know, $9,000 in our community is a big chunk of money.
We have a conference that has 48 members, the OK Conference, one of the largest conferences in the state of Michigan. And I met with Commissioner Jim Haskins and asked him if he thought this might be a worthy project for our entire conference. And he thought it would.
We wanted to incorporate this, and you know, there's 5 or 6 schools in Georgia, there's a couple in Minnesota, Indiana, Illinois, state of New York, Washington State, and so it's grown to 35, 36, and hopefully we'll get over 50 schools by the time that we're done.
It's extremely gratifying when you're able to lead a project, no different than leading a team, through something that, you know, gives back in a way that's really special, that touches everybody.
To support the veterans and the sacrifices that they give for our country, it is something that we need to educate our youth on, and it's something that we all need to appreciate, and we certainly support it, appreciate it, and happy to be a part of it.
Great individuals and great teams and a great community are people that give of themselves, and Coach Sigler has a passion for finding ways to pull that out in his young men, and what a greater way to look at people that give and sacrifice than our veterans.
This is through my efforts and our efforts as a booster club, but we got Bigger, Faster, Stronger to advertise on theirs. Chris Coughlin owns a company called Mega Clinic, and they have email contact with something like 10,000 coaches in the country. Tony Franklin's system is another coaching resource, and they send an email out. And so through a variety of ways, we've been able to expand our message and get it out to people throughout the country. Giving the check and handing it over to the Wounded Warrior Project was something that was an emotional climax of what we did for an entire season. But really, we have a community here that embraced the project, embraced what it meant, embraced it on behalf of our players and our kids in the schools, and so giving back was certainly the if you will, the pinnacle. But the process of getting there was just as invigorating. I don't think that we had a person on our team last year that didn't feel like this was a really important thing.
You play for your family and your friends and your teammates especially, but to know that you're playing for the troops overseas, it really gives you a little something extra to play for.